Hello everyone, I'm Brazen Eagle and thank you for joining me here. So today, we have a fun article from Breitbart.com. So, feminist backlash after sanitary pad company caves to trans activists from October 21st, 2019. Women and several prominent feminists have called for a boycott of Always sanitary pads after it was revealed that the company decided to remove a female symbol from their products amidst pressure from transgender activists groups. An 18-year-old British trans activist named Ben Saunders complained to Procter Gamble, that P&G, the maker of Always sanitary pads, saying that not everyone who menstruates identifies as female. There you go, guys. There you go. Another transgender activist, Melly Boom, tweeted that there are non-binary and trans folks who still need to use your products too, you know. P&G, the maker of Always, capitulated to the demands of the activists, announcing, "We are glad to inform you that as of December, we will use a wrapper design without the feminine symbol." The decision to remove the Venus symbol from the sanitary pad wrapper across Europe prompted widespread outrage from women, with some calling for a boycott of Always products. Prominent feminist writer Julie Bindel told the Mail on Sunday, "Removing the female symbol from sanitary towel packaging is basically denying the existence of women," which I would disagree with. "We're now moving towards the total elimination of women's biology. The women's symbol has been used by feminists for decades. Okay, who cares? This is pure cowardice," which it is not, "and virtue signaling from these big corporate brands who are capitulating to the trans agenda." Sounds like she has an agenda of her own. Maya Forstater, a woman who was fired from her think tank job for saying that men cannot change into women, wrote, "The Venus sign in biology is used to represent the female sex." The female sex. You know, the only people who will ever need these products, it does not represent gender identity, which is pretty darn true. In a statement after the decision, Procter Gamble said, "For over 35 years, Always has championed girls and women, and we will continue to do so. We're also committed to diversity and inclusion, and after hearing from many people across genders and age groups, we realize that not everyone who has a period and needs to use a pad identifies as female." That's correct, identifies. They added, "To ensure that anyone who needs to use a period product feels comfortable in doing so with Always, we updated our pad wrapper design. Our mission remains to ensure no girl loses confidence at puberty because of her gender or period, and we do this through our puberty education programs by providing access to period products with programs such as #N_poverty, and by using our brand voice to tackle societal barriers and stigmas like we did with #LikeAGirl or #PoundLikeAGirl. The two transgender activists who started the controversy have since set their Twitter accounts to private." Amazing. Brave and stunning transgender activists. But this is quite hilarious. Supposedly resist, no, you must accept equality. Women are angry that P&G, Procter & Gamble, and of course Always, are taking away the Venus symbol on their products. Just hilarious. But before I get too far, guys, I want to say that I am not defending Procter & Gamble and the company, or any company related to them. I am not defending them whatsoever. That company is garbage, but it is fun to see women get frustrated when they lose a privilege in the name of transgender equality. So, as said by Ben Saunders, who sounds like he was born biologically female but identifies as not female, not everyone who menstruates identifies as female. That's a perfect line in 2019. But it's perfectly honest too. Everyone knows that only biological women can menstruate, but not everyone who menstruates identifies as female. That identity word, that word identity, is extremely important, because this goes back to the term using gender instead of sex. for many things in 2019 and I'm sure in 2020, 2021, and beyond. Sex means and will mean very little in documentation. It's all about gender. And you know what? Gender is literally defined by how you feel. Gender equals feelings. If your feelings change, then your gender can change as well. And this is why gender ultimately means nothing, but that's a conversation for another day. But we also need to maybe think about or recognize that actually transgender individuals are a legally protected class, but that's also a conversation for another day. But Procter Gamble, getting back to the article, P&G is merely getting on the potential woke train again to support those who identify as transgender because the business does not want to be seen as exclusionary. That's why they're taking away the symbol. But let me explain. In today's world, you hear the term inclusive much, much more. Even in here, it said that P&G wants to be more inclusive or bring about more inclusion into the company. Through leftists' thoughts and feelings, being inclusive means welcoming everyone, of course, and more importantly, removing everything that could be seen as exclusionary, which in this case includes or incorporates the Venus symbol. The feminine symbol does not represent all people who use those pads and excludes those who may not identify as female. It's all about being supposedly inclusive. The company sees that the Venus symbol, which unfortunately isn't here, as potentially exclusive, and the company wants to remove the symbol before other people point it out and make a huge deal about it. The company is right now just thinking about the future of society to a degree and how they can continue to make more money. Unfortunately, I do see their supposed logic or their thoughts and feelings about how the company came to this conclusion to remove the feminine symbol or the Venus symbol. I've studied too much leftist logic. Or thoughts and feelings, I should say. It's not logic. It's funny to see, though. Feminists get angry about this, and they're saying that the removal of a female symbol is supposedly denying the existence of women. If anything, the company is being even more inclusive than these trans-exclusionary radical feminists. The feminist writer Julie Bindel says that this move is marching towards the elimination of women's biology, which of course is a lie. The company's trying to welcome everyone who uses its products, well, its sanitary products, regardless of gender or made-up feelings. Biology means very little when appealing to those who identify as female. It's all about identity, folks. Even Maya Forstater here says that the Venus sign in biology is used to represent the female sex. You know, the only people who will ever need to use these products. It does not represent gender identity, and she's absolutely correct. The Venus sign represents the female sex and does not represent gender identity. Give her an A+. She has done her homework. But it doesn't seem like she understands it, though. Too bad sex means very little in 2019. Sex, like I said earlier, means very, very little. And gender is what you must always look out for because you could end up in legal trouble if you do not respect every individual's gender and gender expression. Jeez, we are living in some clown world times. But anyways, we're going to see more things like this in the future. Some would say we should encourage more things like this to help accelerate the decline of the West, but oh well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm Brazen Eagle, and I hope you have a great, great day.